Well, I just continued reading in 1,000 Beginnings and Endings, and I'm actually more than halfway through now. Though I have a confession to make, I skipped the story by Preti Chiber, Girls Who Twirl and Other Dangers. I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. Like, I've read like 4 or 5 pages and I'm just like, I don't know what I've been reading so far, so I'm just like, so I skipped that one and went ahead to the readathon story. I didn't even know readathon was Korean. I've never read any books by this author, but I've heard of this author a lot in BookTube, but I've never actually read anything. So yes, but I actually enjoyed this story because it was about goblins, and again, I like supernatural shit and stuff, and yes. So I'm on page 202 now, so I have 6 more stories to read. And I'm excited about all of them. I'm especially excited by the last one by Julie Kagawa, because I have not read anything by Julie Kagawa yet, but I want to read what's it called? Why is it so hard for me to remember book titles? Oh yeah, Shadow of the Fox. So I'm actually curious about the writing and if I would like her story, to see if I am into this, and would like Shadow of the Fox because I heard good things about it, and Julie Kagawa is Japanese, so that's even more something for me. So yes, I'm excited for the last story just to see how much I like it. Funny enough, I am less into the stories by South Asian authors, like the Indian and Pakistani ones, and I'm more into the ones by like other Asian, like Korean and other authors. I don't know why that is. I mean, I have nothing against Indian and Pakistani people and mythology, but I don't know, it's just not that into these stories by these authors, which is sad. But yeah, so these are my thoughts so far on this book. So yes, hopefully we'll get through this by the end of next week, or earlier, hopefully, fingers crossed. And hopefully Warcross will be in the mail very soon as well. They did say they sent it, so it should be here next week. Fingers crossed. So I've got 4 more stories to read in this. I just read a vampire story, which I actually really love vampire stories. I hope I will be done with that very soon, because guess what arrived? I usually do the unboxings on my haul videos, but I need the book, so I hope it's that. Yep. Because I finally got Warcross in hardcover. Oh god, it's so many pages. It's not so many pages, but it's 350. So when I'm done with this, I can start with this. I'm excited because it sounds very interesting and sci-fi and video games, and is it like Sword Art Online for books? I don't know, but I'm excited to start this as soon as I've done this, because if I start this now I will never finish this one, so I have to take it easy. But I'm excited for Warcross, so yes. So yesterday I finally finished 1,000 Beginnings and Endings. Oh, I'm so happy about that. It took me forever. It's not even, I don't even know. I mean, it's the 15th of May today, so it took me half of the month to read that book, and it's like 328 pages. Like, other people could read this in like 1 day or 2 days, and it took me half of the month. Isn't that ridiculous? But yeah, I think I'm gonna give this a 3 stars out of 5 because, hello, because while I liked some of the stories, I didn't particularly enjoy all of them, and they were all good, but nothing was like bam amazing. So I would give this a 3 out of 5. Also, I really like Julie Kagawa's story, the last one, and I'm excited to actually read a book by hers, The Shadow of the Fox, or what it's called. So I will read this eventually. But yeah, I'm finally finished with this. And yes, so that means I'm gonna start Warcross, because it's another book that has like 360 pages, which means it will take me the rest of the month probably, which is bad because I have comics to read as well. But if it really takes me too long, I will just read Banana Fish in the last few days of the month, so I at least completed the readathon. And then I will just read the rest of the stuff next month. But I will try and see where this is going. Maybe it takes me less time than the other book. But yeah, I don't really know what Warcross is about. I know it's a game, and like a lot of people are playing it like worldwide, and that's like all I know. And then there's a girl who is a hacker, and that's about all I know about this book. So sounds interesting, and a lot of people are talking about this, so I want to see how this is. So this is gonna be my next read, so I will take the dust jacket off because I don't need this for reading. Bam, now it's blue. So yes, my read. this morning I've read 2 chapters of Warcross. I'm now on page 28. I'm not that far in, but as I said, I'm a slow reader, but I couldn't actually say what this is about, and my brain didn't think that far that I could just read off the synopsis of the book on the back, because I'm a basic bitch and I can't do my own synopsis of a book because I'm terrible at this, so I never do it really. So let's see. I obviously have to use that. So it says, for the millions who log in every day, Warcross isn't just a game, it's a way of life. The obsession started 10 years ago, and its fan base now spans the globe. Some eager to escape from reality, and others hoping to make a profit. Struggling to make ends meet, teenage hacker Emika Chen works as a bounty hunter, tracking down Warcross players who bet on the game illegally. But the bounty hunting world is a competitive one, and survival has not been easy. To make some quick cash, Emika takes a risk and hacks into the opening game of the International Warcross Championships, only to accidentally glitch herself into the action and become an overnight sensation. Convinced she's going to be arrested, Emika is shocked when instead she gets a call from the game's creator, the elusive young billionaire Hideo Tanaka, with an irresistible offer. You need to spy on the inside of this year's tournament in order to uncover a security problem, and he wants Emika for the job. With no time to lose, Emika's whisk off to Tokyo and thrust into a world of fame and fortune that she's only dreamed of. But soon her investigation uncovers a sinister plot with major consequences for the entire Warcross empire. In this sci-fi thriller, #1 New York Times best-selling author Mary Lou conjures an immersive, exhilarating world where choosing who to trust may be the biggest gamble of all. So it sounds damn freaking good. So, I mean, it will play in Tokyo, so that's a bonus. As I said, I'm only 2 chapters in and she hasn't glitched into the game yet, but it will start soon because the game has started. So I'm gonna read some more now because I'm excited. I haven't said that in a while about a book, so there's a fancy car in this book, like some Iron Man technology shit, and the car introduced itself with being called Fred, and the bodyguard is called George. Do you see what I'm thinking? These Warcross glasses are so fucking cool, like the technology behind it. Like, it shows everything, like when you go into another country and there's like text in another language that you don't understand, it translates it underneath it, like through your glasses you see like subtitles. And the same when someone talks to you in another language, it just has subtitles under his face that translates it for you what he's saying, and that technology is so cool, and I'm pretty sure that someday we will have something like that. I'm pretty sure about that. I hope I will be still alive when this happens. So I've just read 4 chapters in Warcross. I actually want to read more, but I have to get up and do shit because I can't just lie around in bed all day and just read. It's just not in my nature, but I would love to read more. I love it. It's so good. And I just love this the idea of this game and virtual reality thing. Like, this girl just came to Tokyo. It's no spoiler because it's actually saying on the flap. See? With no time to lose, Emika's whisk off to Tokyo. So it's on the flap. So it's no spoiler. And in this game of Warcross, you wear glasses and they show virtual reality. So if you're from somewhere else, it will show you a virtual Tokyo. But now that she is in Tokyo, and when she turns on the glasses, it will show like all the things from the virtual reality into the real one. So there's like the names of the buildings are written above all the buildings, the names of the people that actually play Warcross or have glasses as well. So you see what level they're on and what their names are, and like cafes and restaurants and all that are like have hearts or anything on there, because people have tagged it as a hotspot or a good place to go. So people, it's like TripAdvisor in a virtual reality, and it sounds like such a cool thing to have. Like, I wish we had this, honestly. Like, that would be so cool. And you get like points for doing things, for going to work, for cooking, for going to school, for entering a new building, for I don't even know, because you can like get points to your game character, and that's like a really cool idea because it gives you real life stuff. Like, so it says here, like, here almost everything you do will earn you points towards your level in the link. Going to school, going to work, cooking dinner, and so on. Your level can earn you rewards in the real world, anything from popularity with your classmates to better service at restaurants to an edge over others for a job interview. Like, isn't that awesome? Like, whatever you do will give you points in real life and will give you more things. And it's like you get points for such simple things as going to school or work or cooking or something. Like, anybody could do that, and that would be so cool. I don't know, I feel like reading this is, I would love to be in this world. Like, if there's ever gonna be a question in a tag that says, what world would you like to be, it would be this. It's so fucking cool. And I love it. It's just, I really like this book. I really do. Also, this book shows me I really fucking want to go to Tokyo so badly. But yeah, anyways, I'm on page 81 now. Gonna start chapter 8 next time. I'm gonna pick this up again, which hopefully be tonight or tomorrow morning, because I really want to read more. I probably could just lay here for like another 3 hours and read, but I have things to do. But yeah, I absolutely love this book, and yes, I can't wait to continue reading. I haven't said that about a book in so long, and I'm so happy about that. Yeah. Hello, it's the 20th of May, which means this will wrap up the second third of the month, end of the Asian readathon, so 20 days in already, and I've only read 1.5 books. So to wrap up this week, I finished 1,000 Beginnings and Endings, which is the group book, which means I've got one of the main books I have to read, like actually one of the books I have to read out of the way. And I'm almost halfway through Warcross, and I absolutely love this book. I don't even know how to explain this, but this is amazing. I'm so into this, like I'm getting through this in a quicker speed than I expected. It's not like I can read faster, but it reads faster, if it makes sense. Like I still only manage to read like 30 pages per hour, roughly, but I'm not having a hard time getting through this as much as I had through the other book. So if I go with this speed, I should be done within the next 5-ish days, 5 to 7 days, which means I need to hurry because I got 3 comics to read as well, and I only have 10 days left. So after I finish this, I will read Banana Fish Volume 1. So if under any circumstances I won't be able to finish all the books, I still have completed the challenge, because as I explained a billion times already, and I know it gets boring, but if I read Banana Fish Volume 1 and the group book, I have managed to get all the challenges, because Banana Fish covers all 4 challenges, and the 5th one is the group book. So I will just read that one first after this, so I can say I finished the challenge or I managed to do it. But yes, I can't wait to read the second half of this. I just absolutely love this. If you love video games and virtual realities and Tokyo and any of that jazz, you should read this because it's great. So I can't wait to continue reading this. It looks so dirty, it's terrible. You can barely see it, but it looks really dirty here because of my hands. See? It's because I can't wrap it. I have no wrapping paper anymore, so I can't wrap any of my books anymore, which is terrible. And I can't find any more at the moment, so I hate it. But yeah, love this so much. So with that, I'm gonna wrap up this vlog, and yes, I hope you liked it. Let me know how far you are into the readathon and how many books you've read so far, and if you've finished already. And we'll see how it goes in the last 10 days for me. So look out for my last vlog for this readathon, and I will see you soon. Bye.